Watched any of my videos, I promote self-love a lot. But I also realize that self-love gets sometimes a bad rap. Probably because we all have a specific meaning behind the word. I figured I might as well make a video about what it means to me. Hey there, I hope you are doing great. Welcome to your cozy space on YouTube, and let's see what self-love really means. When I read and watch content online, I am often surprised by how self-love is understood. It's often portrayed as being selfish or narcissistic, and I guess I see why it might look that way. After all, it involved thinking and caring about yourself first. Something that is mostly overlooked, though, is a crucial prerequisite to the idea of self-love. That is, we are all one consciousness. We are one. There is no separation between you, me, everything, and everybody else. Yes, we are currently in separate bodies, living separate lives, but at our core we are one. We come from the same source and will return there eventually. So, what I do to others, I am actually doing it to myself and vice versa. That should ring a bell for some, as this is the essence of Jesus' most famous teachings. When you understand this, you can approach self-love with a completely different perspective. It's about treating yourself with the same kindness and respect you'd offer a dear friend, brother, sister, mother, etc. As a consequence, when you love yourself, you are also loving others and attracting more love and positive opportunities. But if you hate yourself, it's going to impact others in return, which is going to send back to you hate-based experiences. Hating others works the same way also. You are going to attract experiences that only fuel that hate. Now I know that this may be too meta for some. In that case, let me say this differently. Loving yourself genuinely, aka with compassion and a stress-free attitude, puts you in a better space to help others. When you have more of something, it's easier to give to others, right? So, if only for you to feel more comfortable in your own skin, self-love is worth it. It will help others at no cost to you. Pick which explanation you are more comfortable with. It amounts to the same thing anyway. Helping yourself eventually helps others. With that out of the way, let's see what self-love can look like in daily life, so you can have ideas on how to implement it. I have a few examples, but feel free to add yours. The first way to practice self-love is setting healthy boundaries. Being a yes woman or man doesn't help anyone. You end up cultivating some suppressed frustration and anger from dealing with situations you don't really want to be involved in. And the people you say yes to do not learn to act appropriately towards others. They may end up feeling self-entitled, which in turn fuels a vicious circle. The second method is taking care of your physical and mental health. This seems like a no-brainer, but so many overlook it, me included until recently. It doesn't need to involve turning yourself into a gym nut, for example, but it is simply understanding that you deserve tender care. Not sure if you know this, but an infant needs to be held, caressed, and hugged to survive and thrive. So if you are listening to this, someone, if not your mom and family, did that for you. But just because you are an adult now, doesn't mean the job is done. You still need that tender loving care. And it's your job now. The third idea is pursuing your passions and dreams. This is another crucial component for us to thrive that is also overlooked because of the rat race and the way we are raised. Who we are as conscious beings involves, if nothing else, imagination and love. We are not meant to spend years doing the same things over and over again to earn the right to live. Most of us do though. Now I can already hear some say, that's how they pay the bills. And I get it. I have been there and still am in some aspects. All I am saying is you need something that you are passionate and excited about. Otherwise, you are just slowly dying, in my humble opinion. The fourth one is forgiving yourself for mistakes. Our education system is based on rewarding successes and shaming failures. As a result, we all have an aversion to failure and would do anything to avoid it, which coincidentally attracts more of it. But the universe doesn't work that way. For success to exist, there needs to be failure. Otherwise, you wouldn't even know what success is. But more than that, we should be grateful for failure as it paved the way for success. It's in failure that you learn and improve. Food for thought. Babies fall an average of 17 times an hour before eventually learning to walk. I am not an expert, but I imagine each fall teaches the child how to fall and proper posture when walking. Also, without failure, we would not appreciate wins that much. Not saying you should worship failure, just take it easy. And the fifth and final path to self-love is celebrating your achievements, big and small. We tend to wait for the big wins to celebrate, which is again related to how our society and our upbringing condition us. We take a lot of things for granted and end up jaded and constantly bored as adults. We lost this ability to celebrate every small thing growing up, and it is something to reclaim. Not just for mental health, but also because gratitude for the little things ends up forming a powerful signal that you are ready for more. To sum up, just remember, self-love is a practice, not a destination. It's about making small choices that honor your well-being and happiness every day. For me, making those videos for you, sewing, cooking, listening to music, or creating colorful patterns are forms of self-love. Those are my ways of expressing creativity and finding joy. That being said, I am curious about you. Do you have a self-love practice? Let me know in the comment section. Until then, we've reached the end of the video. If you like the new content form, let me know by liking and subscribing. And don't forget to check out my Positivity shop. The Love Shift collection of seamless patterns is already in the shop. It's perfect for printing on paper or fabric, for crafting or gifts. Very soon, I will have my transformation card decks to help work daily on positivity. So, stay tuned. Until next time, keep practicing self-love.